Fine. Boys are in good spirits still, so it's all right. Training's been good, nice and bright and sharp, so that's all you can expect really.
Is it easy to keep everyone positive and believing, or has that been sort of something that's been worked on right from the start since you took over?
Yeah, it's fine. No problems at all. We're all okay. We're all just going to keep going forward and doing the best we can. We've not really talked about too much at the minute with regards to last Saturday just got training, and I think that's the best way to do it. Just get the boys back on it, obviously from today we'll be preparing for Saturday.
It doesn't seem like there's a blame culture here at the moment, which is probably in the circumstances a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah, you can't. No one makes does things deliberately. No one goes out there to have a bad game. We are where we are. We've got what we've got left, I just think we've just got to all pull together, keep pulling together. People are going to make mistakes. Some might be more critical than others, but so what? We've got to get on with it. There's no point digging people out and saying this and saying that. We've just got to keep going, and hopefully we get enough to get us over the line, which I'm sure we will.
And I suppose it's about being in a place where you can win the next game, isn't it? That's the most important thing at the moment.
Yeah, we've just got to keep looking forward. Like I said, if you train well, prepare well, people know what they're doing, you've got a good chance. And we've had good chances in most of our games. Even looking at last Saturday, there's 6 or 7 in the last 5 minutes. You could have got something out of that. So, you've got to keep looking at the positives. We certainly will. Won't change on that. Don't see any point in changing what can we do. We can't do anything that's gone. We've just got to look forward and prepare well and do the best we can come 90 minutes on Saturdays.
And you talk about taking the chances. Is there anything you can do that will
ensure
that a higher percentage of those chances are taken?
Well, you just got to trust the boys to get in front of goal. We've got to keep creating them, we've got to keep, playing the good stuff that we have done at times. People keep getting in there. The only way you're going to score is by keep getting in there, keep creating chances, and whether it goes on someone's backside or heel or whatever, that we'll take anything, all I want to say to the boys is whoever's in there, just keep getting in there, be positive, take your chance, and do the best you can. I'm sure you will.
Does it matter who you play at this stage? Obviously, Plymouth just outside the playoffs, but it's just about sort of you at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah. I think people always go on about leagues and anyone could beat anyone. I think this league is probably more than any is a case in point, more than any other league. You've seen some weird results and some freakish results that you can't put your finger on, and I'm not worried who we play. You can put pluses and minuses against whoever you play, whether they're in around your mid-table or top of the league. Like I said, we've seen some strange results, and there'll be a lot more twists and turns between now and the end of the season, and hopefully those twists will go for us.
Gaps are full at centre half. Do you know which way you're going to go on that? Because obviously you've got a couple of options, haven't you?
Yeah. We've set a week from what we're going to do. So we'll put a lot of that into practice today. The boys were brilliant in the reserve the other day. Thought that was really good. It's nice to go and have a look at a game and see the boys without the added pressure of the Saturdays, and I thought they did really well. So it was really good to see that. And we've got a fixed plan that we're going to do.
And I mean, without trying to sort of get you to reveal your team at this stage, I mean, there are ways that you could put Pablo Mills back, but obviously that would then cause a second change in midfield, wouldn't it? Which, would you want to sort of try and keep it as settled as you can?
Ideally, yeah. Ideally, you would like to have settled 13 or 14 players. Of course, you would. Pablo does give us that option to change things. Yeah, of course he does. So we'll see where that goes. I think what we've got in mind is will be comfortable for a number of players, and I don't see a point of it. I think we've got to be bold in what we do now. There's no point in hoping things will happen. We've just got to go and make it happen, and that'll be the mantra from now on.
We've mentioned Pablo. Jack could obviously slot in there as well, and I suppose you've got Joe Hanks from his cameo last week pushing for a start as well.
Yeah, they all are. That's what you want. They all played, like I said, they all played well. Lads that came on Saturday, the boys in the reserves all played well, which is what you want. So we've got people, knocking on the door. So although we've had good performances, we would like better results, and we're going to head in forward of games. So we would obviously like to have kept those, but we didn't, unfortunately. But everyone's knocking on the door and everyone's ready to go, so that's pleasing.
What's the secret to hanging on to a lead or holding on to a lead? And I suppose it's not hanging on, isn't it? It's being comfortable in it.
Yeah, we haven't hung on, but the game's about fine lines. They haven't quite gone for us. We've been punished for a little, not errors, but maybe not quite done what we should have done. And we've been punished for that, and we've not quite punished other teams enough. But generally, the general play, I think, has been really good. We've looked a lot more solid. We just need to, like I say, get the right side of the line in more games and not coming up.
Today's the last day that you can register players new to the club. Expecting to do any business? Obviously, a couple of trialists and reserves on Tuesday.
Yeah, a couple of trialists the other day. One or two other people are on the horizon, so we'll see what happens today. But no, I was impressed with the boys the other day. We've got now 8-9 hours till deadline. We'll see.
Excellent. Thank you. Good luck.
So there are a few funds a bit left in the bottom of the cupboard then.
Yeah. We'll see on that one. Yeah, there's a little bit to play with.
Would Ryan be in amongst those thoughts?
Yeah, he played the other day. He did well. He's in amongst it. Just got I've got to go and speak to people after this and obviously train. And we've got a lunch out with all the boys today, which will be getting everyone together again like we did before. We've done a couple of times, and I'm sure we'll be talking all day till the deadline with PG.
Excellent. And it sounds like that, for want of a better phrase, it's not going to be a case of dying wondering now. It's going to be all out attack and just put everything in and what will be will be.
Yeah, well, I think we have to. We've got to be brave, bold. We've got to go for it. I just felt last Saturday probably we were a bit too honest coming backwards, and rather than staying up and taking the game. So we had to change it around, and it did well. Whether we go with that or not, you'll find out in due course. But we've certainly got to be, we've got to take the game to teams, particularly at home, and that's what we're aiming to do.
How important will a fast start be, just to get everybody, including the crowd, right behind you?
Yeah, always. We've always. If you saw my notes of every game, it's not been any different. And it's one thing saying things, but football's not an exact science. It's never going to happen how you want it all the time, and we all know that. We wanted to do that Saturday. Thought we did for 10 minutes. We did well. We cut the chances and allowed them just to wrestle it off us a little bit. But we came back strong, and I thought the boys were superb. So yeah, we'll always be looking to, without giving too much away, we'll always be looking to do that at home, particularly.
Well, an attempt to try and get you to give a bit more away. 3 at the back at the end of last week and 3 at the back in the reserves. Is that a bit of a clue as to how you might be thinking?
Maybe not. Would you eat first?
But it's certainly an option with Pablo and Jack. And
it is, yeah, it is. So we'll see. We'll work on a few things today and look at how we go. But we've got to try and get more people forward quicker and more consistently.
Yeah, how's Elliot Richards doing? Is he going to be back in?
Seems to be okay. Yeah, he's all right. He's trained really hard. He's trained. If he had anything wrong with his hamstring, he would have certainly found out how Ian Weston has worked him this week on the bike and various other things. So he says he's fine. He's just come in and saw us. So that's good.
Yeah, that was the sort of the double whammy with what happened with Manny as well last week. The sort of no real forward options to throw on. So you've got a few more options this week.
Yeah, it was a shame last week. I mean, Manny's been apologetic about it and has apologised to the boys. So he knows. He's not silly, as he knows that it was unfortunate what happened, and he was just stuck and couldn't move. So that he would have been a great option last week to put on, but couldn't happen. So, but saying that, the lads we did put on were excellent, so we can't say that any different to that really.
Yeah, it is getting a bit more support to Sean Key to getting on the front foot.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, ideally we wanted 3 up there last week, but ended up getting pegged back, and I think we've got to try and get more at the top end of the pitch quicker and more often.
Finally, have you had any more contact with the chairman about what happens after the end of this season, or are you just literally working to May the 2nd and see what happens?
Yeah, just there at the minute. I think I've loved it. Obviously, you know, we'd love to be in a better position, and the results been slightly better. I think it's very encouraging how the team have played. But overall, I've loved it. It's had some grief off the missus, but she's probably, she can't take it a bit more than me. But you know, it's great. I've really enjoyed it, and it's, you know, we'll see where we go. At the minute, we're just to the end of the season, and you know, we'll see what happens there. But hopefully, obviously, we all want that positive outcome.
Yeah, is it more the ups more up and the downs more down than any time you've had in your football career playing or coaching?
Have I had more ups than?
No, are the ups more?
Now?
Yeah,
as
they are.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's opened opened a lot of things for me. Really, it's been good. I spoke to a lot of people. You know, you go around and see more games. It tests you, which is great. You know, I needed testing again as a coach and as a person, and you know, the boys have been superb. I think they've took to us. You know, they've not had any other inclination that they haven't. So Stevie have been the great support. Both Steves, Wes and Jamie, Ian Hutton, they've all been brilliant. And you know, just let's keep everything crossed that we can. Well, we're doing all we can. So let's see. So, you know, it's that 90 minutes we can get the right results.
And those bonding things like going out for a bit of lunch today and doing things as a team are just as important as doing work on the training ground.
It is, yeah, all helps. I think I said to the lads, you know, you've got to build relationships off as well as on, and every team I've been in that's been successful, that's what we've had, and you know, it's no secret to it. But I think that's what we've got here now, and you know, you saw by the reserve boys that went in there, all put a shift in. Some could have sulked, but they didn't. They've done really well, so that's what we need to keep here.
Excellent.